Now on CoastTV News.
The rain continues to fall across Delmarva on and off this morning. Could be heavy at times. A yellow alert is in effect for the potential flooding in spots. I'll detail the impacts and tell you how long the rain lasts coming up.
Crisis as we head into day 4 of the medical waste situation on our beaches. The action local governments are now taking.
Warning system over the water. We look at the effort to protect the bridge in Milford that spans the Mispillion River.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And it is a rainy start to our Wednesday morning. This was the scene moments ago in Dewey Beach. You can see some of the traffic there. The road's not looking too bad. Paige, what do you have in Ocean City?
Yeah, let's take a look now at the boardwalk. This is near Caroline Street right now. Same situation there. Very rainy, very wet. I drove in this earlier. I'm glad to say I'm not driving in any of that anymore.
And with that, we begin our newscast. It is September 18th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
The rain is the big story, the start of our morning coverage here, Paige.
Yes, definitely. It was one of those weird mornings where it's like windshield wipers slow and then they're really, really fast for 20 seconds and then slow again.
Did you notice your shot at Ocean City had some of the sand that washed up on the boardwalk there
didn't.
too? Yeah.
My monitor's a little further than yours.
Okay.
I have to squint to see it. But no, I didn't notice.
I didn't mean to call you out.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I need to go to the eye doctor anyways. But
okay.
Yes, I know that is going to be something we're talking about, though, not just in Ocean City,
Yeah.
Indian River Inlet area, all that. But first, let's get to Bob, because Bob, rain. You warned us it was coming, and it is here.
The rain is here. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Delmarva. We do have a yellow alert for the potential of heavy rain. We've already seen some pockets of heavy rain, those tropical-like downpours. We've already picked up a quarter to about a half an inch of rain. We'll have more on the rain totals coming up. But we're getting a little break in Sussex County. We had the rain earlier now, just some lingering showers around Lewis and then arcing up into the Milford area around Ellendale as well. Farther south, Salisbury, you're dry, but we are seeing showers from Snow Hill to Pocomoke City. Nothing all that heavy, but we are also seeing showers across the eastern shore right now. As we continue to see this rain moving from south to north, it's a broken area of rain that is moving our way. We have a complex area of low pressure that is basically fueling all the rain that we're seeing across the area. It's mild and muggy, temperatures in the 60s and 70s, and the winds are still pretty gusty, but not as strong as they were yesterday. Out of the east, around 15 to 20 miles per hour, but gusting to 26 at Indian River Inlet. So let's walk you through it on Futurecast. Take it slow out there this morning. Roads are wet. This is the first measurable rain we've had in about 3 weeks. Some of that rain will be heavy at times, ponding on the roads, flooding in poor drainage areas, and we'll be seeing that on and off rain pretty much all day long with temperatures in the low to mid 70s. So your day part forecast even has a rumble of thunder early on and then on and off rain throughout the day with that yellow alert. And the rain lingers for a few more days. I'll have much more on the impacts and look at those rain totals coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Bob. And you just mentioned this is the first heavy rain that we've had in a little while, and we are hearing from our Coast TV news reporter, Elisa Weber, who's out on the roads, what the conditions are like along the coast. And she is telling us that the roads are a little slick, so if you're about to head out, you should go with caution, slow down a bit, make sure you are extra cautious because there is water on the roads. Got more information about the troubling trash surfacing along our coast. Bethany Beach has joined the list of closures as more medical waste washes ashore. Beaches from Assateague to Lewis, they've been shut down since Sunday, and while authorities still don't know where the waste comes from, DNREC has issued a no swimming advisory for a week. And we're told multiple states and the federal government are investigating. As expected, people looking for some beach time in the closing days of summer are disappointed.
I feel sorry for people who are coming down for vacation. It really, it shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't have happened.
And local governments encourage people to report any medical waste found on the beach to the local police station or DNREC. And we have that number on our website right now.
Yeah, this brings us now to our Coast TV poll. We've been asking you, what do you think will prevent medical waste from ending up on our beaches, I guess, in the future?
Yeah, so a big, and we were talking about this before we went on the air, 82% say harsher dumping penalties should end up this is a way to prevent what we're experiencing right now. There's also stricter regulations and increased cleanups. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttv.com or our mobile app. Well, happening tonight could be a playoff clinching party for the Phillies. The Phils are continuing their series in Milwaukee. A win over the Brewers and a loss by the Braves who are playing the Reds, means the Phillies are in the playoffs for a third straight year. It'll likely be the first of two celebrations in the upcoming days. The magic number for winning the National League East is down to 4, and that would be the Phillies' first division title in 13 years.
Lewis is figuring out what to do with the remains of nearly $2 million in federal money awarded during the COVID-19 pandemic. Almost $30,000 went to the Lewis Board of Public Works, $60,000 to Family Promise, $460,000 to Lewis Fire Department, who they've already spent it, and $200,000 to Milford Housing. The city of Lewis says now there's about $350,000 left. So some ideas are using that to fix potholes, access the public water and lobby of City Hall, and some cleanup beaches.
And we're going to stay on Lewis Page. The 4th Street Preserve campaign claims it has reached 70% of its $8 million fundraising goal, thanks to a $1.4 million commitment from Delaware's Open Space Council. What they're trying to do is this: restore natural habitats with recreational areas and also have educational resources available for the community. New partnerships include a plant survey from University of Delaware. And also there's interest from the Cape Henlopen School District in using the preserve as a living classroom. Campaign director said they are also working on plans for public paths, wetlands, and drainage.
The Delaware Department of Transportation saying a new warning system is coming to Milford. It's over the Mispillion River Bridge. DelDOT calls the system clankers. We're going to show you what that looks like right now. They'll hang down before the bridge to audibly warn overheight trucks that will not fit through the bridge. This comes after the historic bridge has been hit several times in the past several years, the last strike causing significant damage and a 6-month closure.
That it will help us to protect and preserve this bridge going forward and save not only the department a lot of time and money, but ultimately the drivers who are damaging vehicles and causing a whole host of other issues.
And DelDOT says it hopes the system will be in place by the end of this year.
Former President Trump was back on the campaign trail following what the FBI is calling an apparent assassination attempt against him on Sunday, as Democrats and Republicans are again calling for tamping down heated political rhetoric.
Yeah, those were the same calls following that attempt on Trump back in July. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how the two candidates are responding to the event and what U.S. officials say is needed so that violence does not continue.
Former President Trump back on the campaign trail, touting his plans if elected to a second term, while addressing the second assassination attempt against him.
I'm putting a 200% tariff on, which means they're unsellable. Unsellable in the United States. And then you wonder why it gets shot at, right? You know, only consequential presidents get shot at.
Trump also taking aim at his political opponent, calling Vice President Harris's policies dangerous. She's blasting his words as hateful and harmful to certain communities.
Members of the LGBTQ community don't feel safe right now. Immigrants or people with an immigrant background don't feel safe right now. Women don't feel safe right now.
Republicans and Democrats urge both sides to tone down the rhetoric.
I think everyone should recognize that our election should be determined at the ballot box, not by an assassin's bullet.
Lawmakers are also pushing for beefed up security measures and increased funding for Secret Service agents working around the clock this election cycle.
You cannot expect people working 80, 90, 100-hour weeks in perpetuity on the road 3 weeks out of a month to maintain the level of acuity and focus that we require them to maintain in this no-fail mission. At some point, there will be a breaking point, so we need to provide some relief to the Secret Service.
With early voting underway, there are efforts to keep the candidates and the election secure. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
We're just getting started this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Yeah, Paige, coming up, Milton moves closer to McDonald's. We'll show you where that controversial project now stands as construction continues.
Also, road repairs on pause, what Maryland officials say is on its transportation plan for the next 5 years, and what major project was left off the schedule.
And Stellantis strike looms, why it says it could hold a strike authorization vote as soon as today. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Welcome to Your Space Storage at Bayside, proudly serving the beach with a unique redesigned storage experience. Enjoy our fully enclosed loading area, 24/7 access, climate-controlled units, and a revolutionary self-serve kiosk where you can check in and load in anytime, day or night. Visit us at storeatbayside.com to get your first full month free and lock in your rate for 1 full year with our Your Price Guarantee. Your Space Storage, conveniently located just 2.5 miles from the Fenwick Harris Teeter.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy.
To learn more, visit nationalguard.com/.
Just about 5:12 on this somewhat wet Wednesday morning. Spicer Brothers, Cam, you've got the cloudy skies in Salisbury. A little break now, but more rain is on the way. This is a 4-hour replay of the rain that is moving through the area. Already about 1/4 to 1/2 an inch, and still some lingering showers across Sussex County right now. Nothing all that heavy, so we are getting a little bit of a break. A few showers around Ocean Pines, some heavier showers for the eastern shore right now. But you can see how everything is moving from southeast to northwest as we have low pressure to the south. Looks like heavier rain offshore. We're not done with the rain yet. We're looking at temperatures in the 60s and 70s. It's very muggy, not as windy this morning as it was yesterday, as we're seeing sustained winds up to 20, but gusting over 25. So needless to say, not the best day for golf unless you're really hardcore. Not so good out there, kind of wet, scattered showers and breezy. Make sure you have the umbrella. 74 with on and off rain.
We're going to land, Bob, either in that not so good or forget about it category. So, okay, good to know. Happening tonight as we move on, a proposed apartment complex will be reviewed in Georgetown. It's not without controversy. You can see the proposed area for the Kingfisher Apartments right there on your screen. The complex will go in front of Georgetown's Planning Commission, and this would bring 6 buildings with 106 total units to Savannah Road and Calhoun Street. But here's where the conflict is. A neighboring preschool has submitted several letters against the project. They say they are worried the apartments will increase crime and traffic, putting students at risk. Planning Commission meets tonight at 6. Also in Georgetown, drivers should prepare for a road closure and some detours. Delmarva Railroad will be removing and performing maintenance of their crossing of South King Street. That is the area on your screen, and this will begin at 7 a.m. Monday, September 23rd. It'll last about a week with 24-hour closures.
United Auto Workers Union plans to hold a strike authorization vote against Stellantis. In a speech to members Tuesday night, UAW President Shawn Fain saying the automaker not living up to its guarantees and makes it to a 2023 labor deal. Now, that agreement came at the end of a 6-week strike. In a statement Monday, Stellantis saying it has voted to not violate commitments made in last year's agreement with the UAW. Federal Reserve meeting today. It's expected to reduce interest rates for the first time in 4 years. Many analysts predicting it to be 0.25 percentage point. The worry is the Fed's efforts to lower inflation could go too far. That could result in a recession. A more direct impact is that rate cuts make it less expensive to repay certain loans. Guess we'll see what happens. All right, still ahead this morning, road repairs on pause. What projects will need to raise more money before they could take place after the state's transportation plan had been released?
Ocean City, you're getting a little break from that steady rain. A good-looking shot on the Hershey exteriors cam. Lots of low clouds, very muggy out there, and we do have the yellow alert. Watch for ponding on the roads and maybe some flooding in poor drainage areas as we're seeing some rounds of rain. The rain hangs around for a few days. I'll let you know what that means for your weekend plans coming up next.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
On Coast Life, see how a brunch event is making a difference in the fight to end senior hunger. Plus, the latest on Grand Giving Week to help local charities. And cozy up with the season's best fall spices and teas. Today at 4 on Coast TV.
Shell's Early Learning Center, child and parent approved.
Shells have become an extension of our family. They've helped prepare our children for school.
I love Shells. My teacher makes learning fun.
Creating a fun learning environment to prepare the children for school.
Shell's accredited staff is dedicated to preparing your child for school. Don't miss your chance to join the Shell's family. Enroll your child for fall now before it's too late. Shell's Early Learning Center, preparing our future generation.
Make sure your neighborhood feels like home with landscaping and property services by Herker Property Maintenance. We combine science and art to create and maintain the landscape masterpiece you've always dreamed of. We can handle the largest developments and commercial properties all over and provide a consistent data evaluation to keep your property perfectly maintained. Clean, innovative, fast, reliable, from landscaping to pavement services and everything in between. Take an innovative approach with Herker Property Maintenance.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with socket fan.
Coming up.
The delightful Jaleel White. They're a little Urkel. I'm feeling,
And viral skincare tips you can use at home.
Wednesday at noon on Coast TV.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Time is 5:17, and you are looking live at Ocean City as we continue to track conditions that have us under a yellow alert date. Now, we did have some heavy rain in some parts earlier, about 2 hours ago this morning. Not so much in many areas right now, Bob.
Yeah, Matt, it has backed off a little bit right now. A lot of us are just cloudy, maybe a little misty, but we definitely had some of that heavier rain early. And here are some of those rainfall totals, about 1/4 to 1/2 an inch in a lot of places. Indian River Inlet, 4/10 of an inch, a little over 1/3 of an inch from Millsboro and Georgetown. Delmar, about 3/10 of an inch or so, 1/4 inch in Lewis and Bethany Beach at 2100ths. Here's our radar replay. We had some of that heavier rain that was moving through earlier this morning, and now we have a little bit of a break in the action, but still some light showers between Seaford and Bridgeville. Andrewsville also seeing a few showers, and then clouds and a few showers down near Snow Hill, Ocean Pines. A little bit of drizzle, light rain, and then steadier rain around Easton and the Eastern Shore, seeing spotty showers as they continue to move from the southeast to the northwest. A big blob of heavy rain offshore as we have low pressure off the Outer Banks of North Carolina right now, and that's keeping us unsettled right now, and we'll continue to see that unsettled weather not only today but the next few days. Out the door, we're looking at temperatures in the 60s and low 70s. It's mild, it's muggy, it's breezy as well. Those easterly breezes 15 to 20 miles per hour along the coast, now gusting close to 30. Indian River Inlet, so still really breezy there, but not as strong the winds as they have in the last 24 hours. Here's Futurecast. This morning we have some of those pockets of heavy rain that are moving through. Watch for ponding on the roads. We still have the yellow alert, and we could still see some flooding in poor drainage areas as we continue to see these showers moving through as we go into the afternoon hours. Still maybe a little bit of heavy rain as we go into the evening hours, and then overnight cloudy skies. I think we still see a few showers. Now, this particular model on Thursday is really optimistic on clearing us out. out, maybe seeing some sun, but I think we're looking at a lot of clouds and still a few showers hanging on, and temperatures pretty much into the 70s as our flow turns more out of the north and northeast. As far as the impacts go for today, still a moderate risk of some beach erosion, especially at high tide. We still have some big waves out there. Wind damage is low, flooding is low, but still some of that flooding around poor drainage areas, and the heavier rain, we still have a moderate risk of seeing that. And as we go down the road, here's low pressure Friday morning, and it's offshore, but it's hanging close enough where we're still looking at clouds, and I think we could see some showers again Friday, maybe early Saturday. I think we dry out as we go into Sunday, but still quite a bit in the way of cloudiness. So we could tack on a little bit more rain as we go through time, maybe 3/4 to about an inch of rain as we go into the Saturday time period. And we're still looking at rough conditions along the coast. Waves still about 4 to 6 feet. Very rough out there, and dangerous rip currents as well. But those waves will tend to lessen as we go through time. And as far as the coastal flood advisory, that is now in effect for Sussex County. That goes until 1 a.m. Wednesday morning. So watch for inundation, especially at the time of high tide, maybe up to about a half foot or a foot, as we're looking at these breezy east-northeast winds still close to 30 miles per hour along the coast, but then they start to back around to the north and northwest. So then we'll start to see offshore winds as we go into Wednesday. That will lessen the coastal impacts, but then it looks like the winds do start to pick up again out of the northeast on Thursday. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Use caution today in the rain with the yellow alert, 74. Mid to upper 70s Thursday and Friday with the showers on and off. I think early showers Saturday. Otherwise, it does start to dry out. 75 Saturday, 72 Sunday, and looking a little cooler and a little drier into early next week. Our umbrella winner today is Peter Harris from Millsboro. Congratulations, Peter. You have an umbrella, a new one, handy today from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. Future of several road projects in Worcester County now in doubt. The Maryland Department of Transportation revealing to county officials plans for the next 5 years, and something not on the timeline was the Route 90 bridge project. It's been a priority for the county council, and after the recent announcement that over $1 billion is being cut for future MDOT projects, the department secretary says some key projects had to be put on hold.
We all recognize some of the safety-related issues. Obviously, if there was a major evacuation, during peak season, and it's in older, it's going to be an older facility as well. So it's a combination of issues that, make that a high priority across the state. But we have lots of projects across the state, as you can imagine, as well.
Yeah, projects that are part of this 5-year plan include improving pedestrian safety features to Coastal Highway and a path between West Ocean City and Assateague State Park.
Coming up next on Coast TV News today, Milton moving closer to a McDonald's. We'll show you the updated progress on the controversial project and when that restaurant hopes to open. Don't go anywhere.
Hurricane season is here, which means power outages can strike anytime without warning. Don't get caught in the dark. Let the expert electricians at FH Fur install a Generac whole home standby generator, keeping your lights on, your family connected, and your home safe no matter what. Call FH Fur today and get $1,000 off. Plus, for a limited time, we'll include a whole home surge protector absolutely free. When Mother Nature strikes, it's too late. Stay powered, stay safe with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
How long have you been burned through cases running?
I'm police. I'm doing my job. Let's hit it, team. There's going to be changes around the firehouse. There's something about the new chief. It's a little off.
We need to rethink how this ED operates.
How old are you?
How old are you? You almost died in that basement.
But I didn't die. I'm still here.
Chicago Wednesday, new next Wednesday on NBC and Peacock.
As a comptroller of the state of Maryland, I view part of my job as identifying opportunities for people in every community across our state. And that's why I'm excited about Maryland Saves, a free and easy retirement savings option employers can offer their employees and make saving easier for Marylanders. Find out if your business qualifies for a $300 incentive and learn more about Maryland Saves at marylandsaves.com. Thanks, and see you soon.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces?
Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Don't mistake Nanos for cheap amplifiers. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids, which means no more having to go to a doctor and spend thousands. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Order right now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
The Golden Arches are going up as crews work to bring a new fast food restaurant to Milton. You can see here very significant progress has been made with the kind of controversial McDonald's. It sits right on the corner of Route 16 and Union Street. That work started at the end of August after Town Council approved the revised plans. The new project has drawn in multiple reactions and opinions from locals. Some have been positive. Ronnie Bailey told Coast TV this project was inevitable.
But yeah, the traffic's going to be bad, but they need a little fast food place around, so it's growing. The area is growing, so got to deal with it.
All right, fast food restaurant that's expected to open towards the end of this November.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey is back with us now. Coast has our attention for a number of reasons, including the impact from this rain.
Yeah, and the rain continues on and off, guys, and we're seeing the impacts at the beaches. Coastal impacts, some coastal flooding possible, inundation maybe up to about a half foot to a foot at time of high tide. Watch out for that. Ocean City and Fenwick Island, you're seeing the rain on and off today, heavy at times, only low 70s. The rip current threat is still high. The waves are still very rough, around 4 to 6 feet, and we're still looking at the possibility of some beach erosion. Still pretty wet around Lewis and Rehoboth. On the bay side, you're looking at 1 to maybe 2 foot waves, maybe a rumble of thunder this morning, then on and off rain today, low to mid 70s in Cambridge, and you're looking at cloudy skies with showers in Crisfield as well. We hang on to the showers really the rest of the week, not as heavy, and the weekend is looking better. I'll have much more in your forecast in the next half hour coming up in just a bit.
Thank you. Also, coming up after the break, celebrating the U.S. Constitution in Georgetown. We're showing you how the town honored the anniversary of the country's oldest document.
And more beach closures along the coast as the medical waste was found over the weekend. It's still having an impact there, and we have the latest reaction by government agencies. Coast TV News Today. We'll be right back.
Positive, focused,
supportive, and goal-oriented. These are just a few qualities of coaches who inspire their athletes.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and make a $500 donation to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an extra donation to their program.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network, coach who makes a difference. Brought to you by Preston Automotive Group.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
Make sure your neighborhood feels like home with landscaping and property services by Herker Property Maintenance. We combine science and art to create and maintain the landscape masterpiece you've always dreamed of. We can handle the largest developments and commercial properties all over and provide a consistent data evaluation to keep your property perfectly maintained. Clean, innovative, fast, reliable, from landscaping to pavement services and everything in between. Take an innovative approach with Herker Property Maintenance.
If you know a high school student on Delmarva with a passion for agriculture or the culinary arts,
nominate them to become a WBOC Mount Air Farm to Table Scholarship winner.
The people who grow and prepare our food are more important than ever.
We are looking for 10 graduating seniors with a passion for feeding the world like we do at Mount Air Farms.
Nominees must have a 3.5 GPA or better, be an active participant in farming or culinary programs, and spend time giving back to the community.
Go to WBOC.com to nominate today.
Now on Coast TV News.
The rain continues to fall across Delmarva on and off this morning. Heavy at times earlier, and a yellow alert still in effect for potential flooding in spots. I'll detail the impacts and tell you how long the rain lasts coming up next.
Cooling tides, what we are looking at heading into day 4 of the medical waste situation on our beaches.
County seat celebration, the event in Georgetown that highlighted a significant day in American history.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And we can continue to track the rain Bob just mentioned. Here's a look at what it is in Fenwick Island. This is moments ago, and you can see there's not a lot of rain there now. You can puddles, sure, rain was in this area, but roads right now drying out a little bit. Paige, what are you seeing in Lewis?
Let's take a look. We're going to look at the 5 Points area right now. Same situation. There's slick roads. Definitely some water still on the roads. Doesn't look like it's coming down the second, but like I said, on my drive-in just, a few hours ago, it was on and off, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the story of this morning for the next couple of hours, Paige. On and off, and that is how we greet you at the bottom of the hour, September 18th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, we're approaching 5:31 on this Wednesday, and Paige, we've been tracking this for several days.
Yeah.
Now the rain is here.
I know. Remember, we were like, oh, are you tired of hearing us say it's going to be sunny and blue skies?
Low humidity.
Right. Bob, what? Copy and paste the forecast. And now it's like, he told us it was coming.
Bob's been working extra duty today.
Yes. Yeah, it is a yellow alert day. Is that right, Bob? And you have the yellow tie. I heard, matching it. Looks good.
Yes, our director Cody said, how come you're not wearing a yellow tie with the yellow alert day? And voila, here it is, and Matt is donning his as well. We do have the yellow alert. Here's a radar replay from the last 4 hours. We've seen the heavy rain, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain, and only a trace of rain before this event for the month, and the last measurable rain was the last week of August. So it's been a while, and take extra time to get to your destination. Bridgeville's seeing a few showers right now. Otherwise, the rest of Sussex County is dry. The roads are we're still seeing puddles and still seeing some showers extending into Milford and Harrington right now. Lewis currently is dry, maybe a few showers around Ocean Pines, and then Snow Hill to Westover, west of Salisbury, a few light showers, but nothing all that heavy right now. But don't let your guard down. I think we could still see some more heavy downpours as we have this fetch of tropical moisture coming up from the south. Big area of rain offshore and low pressure developing to the south, all giving us that rain. And it's mild, low 70s out the door, breezy along the coast. We're looking at sustained winds over 20 miles per hour and gusts over 20 in a lot of places. Not as strong the winds as they were yesterday. Here's Futurecast this morning, still looking at rain, pockets of heavy rain. We still have the yellow alert for ponding on the roads, maybe some flooding in poor drainage areas, but we'll see breaks as well during the day. But by mid-afternoon, maybe a few more showers, and a little cooler today with mid-70s for highs, and that rain risk still continues into this evening. And believe it or not, you still need the sunscreen. That's right. Even though it's a 3 and moderate, that UV still comes through the clouds, so be careful out there. And we keep it in the medium range as we go into the weekend. It creeps up a little bit by Saturday and Sunday, so keep the sunscreen handy into the weekend.
Bob, and we continue with our rain story this morning, and now we're going to take a look at what effect it is having on our roads.
Yeah, Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber is on Delmarva's main roads. Elisa, you've been driving around right now. You're on Coastal Highway, is that right?
Good morning, Matt and Paige. I'm outside right now in Dewey Beach. We are driving on Coastal Highway to get here from the station in Milton, and it's actually pretty dry out right now. There's not a lot of rain going on. Like this morning when I left my apartment, it was raining really heavy. Right now, no raindrops coming down. The roads are definitely slick though. There is water on the roads here, so be careful. Don't drive through any standing water. And we'll let you know a little later on if we see the conditions start to change or worsen. But again, we were driving on Coastal Highway. We're here right now in Dewey Beach, and I was talking with Bob earlier. We haven't seen that much rain in September, and the last time we had a really heavy rainstorm was around August 30th. So again, just be cautious when you're driving this morning, especially when it's dark. We'll have more updates for you all later. Back to you.
All right, Elisa, thanks for keeping us updated. Right now, we have more information about the troubling trash surfacing along our coast. Bethany Beach has now joined the list of closures as more medical waste washes ashore. Beaches from Assateague to Lewis have been shut down since Sunday. Authorities still don't know where the waste came from. DENREC has issued a no swimming advisory for the week, and we're told multiple states and the federal government are now investigating.
Celebration of our government and the Constitution in Georgetown this week.
CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us how the town got together to show their appreciation for the red, white, and blue.
The bells ringing as Georgetown broke out their finest historically inspired threads to celebrate the anniversary of the signing of the Constitution. September 17th is Constitution Day. Alice Min has joined the celebration for the past several years and always dresses the part.
And it's important to tell the generations now and remind them of our constitutional rights and what the laws of the land are.
The gathering focused on the Constitution and its importance, along with the reading of our Bill of Rights and amendments and the singing of our country's most popular anthems. Kathy Gorman serenaded the crowd with her rendition.
By the dawn's early light. It's important because I think everybody needs to refresh their memory as to the Constitution and what governs our country.
The mayor was also in attendance to join this special day. He says he loves the joy people get from the community coming together to celebrate our great nation.
It's an honor to provide a space for these people to come and ring the bells every year in honor of this day. When you can have people involved in this and coming out of here and smiling and telling everybody to have a good day, it means we've done something right for the country. And that's what it's all about.
A simple piece of paper signed by aspiring patriots 237 years ago. That remains to this day one of the most important documents in American history.
The gathering today brought people to Georgetown to celebrate their rights as Americans, be reminded of the Constitution, and ring their bells. In Georgetown, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
Lewis is figuring out what to do with what remains of federal taxpayer money it received during the COVID-19 pandemic. Almost $30,000 went to the Lewis Board of Public Works, $60,000 to Family Promise, $460,000 to the Lewis Fire Department, who already spent most of it, and $200,000 to Milford Housing. The city says after all that, there's about $350,000 left over. Some ideas being considered are using it to fix potholes and cleaning up beaches.
Staying in Lewis, the 4th Street Preserve campaigns reached 70% of its $8 million fundraising goal, thanks to a $1.4 million commitment from Delaware's Open Space Council. The goal of this is to restore natural habitats, create passive recreation opportunities, and provide educational resources for the community. New partnerships include a plant survey from University of Delaware, interest from the Cape Henlopen School District in using the preserve as a living classroom, and the campaign director saying they're also developing early plans for public paths, wetlands, and drainage.
We got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up on CoastTV News today, happening today, a very special Sussex County man will receive a very special award. We'll show you how after years of service to the community is now giving back.
Also, a battle of Sussex County between Tech and Central. This is high school volleyball. Ravens are Knights. Which school has bragging rights after Tuesday night?
And legal action after losing loved ones. We'll tell you why the families of the workers who died in the Key Bridge collapse are now taking legal action as they continue to grieve the significant loss. Stick with us on CoastTV News today.
We salute Mike Todd. Chief Mike Todd stands as a testament to the heart and soul of volunteer fire service. As a third-generation firefighter and EMT with the Ocean City Volunteer Fire Company, he continues a proud family legacy of dedication and service. His journey to becoming one of the assistant chiefs is marked by hard work and unwavering commitment, qualities that resonate deeply within the department. Universally respected, Chief Todd's leadership not only ensures operational excellence, but also fosters a supportive environment for all personnel.
Spicer Brothers and CoastTV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a CoastTV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
Fall's the time to give your lawn the attention it deserves. The cooler weather and optimal soil conditions make it the perfect time for overseeding and fertilizing. Visit Johnson's knowledgeable staff for proper steps using our lawn checklist to allow newly seeded grass to establish before the harsh winter arrives. Our grass seed is formulated for sandy soil on the eastern shore containing no inert matter. Also, don't forget to create your fall masterpiece at our Dunbar or grab supplies to feed your feathered friends. Johnson's Seed and Feed, your local team to keep your grass green.
Come out to Jesse's Paddle on Saturday, September 21st at the Pocomoke River Canoe Company in Snow Hill, Maryland. Registration starts at 4 and boats launch at 4:30 for Jesse's Poker Paddle. Enjoy live music, a silent auction, and a swag bag for every donor. Prizes await the top poker paddle winners and best fundraisers. Help support the Jesse Clump Memorial Fund for Suicide Prevention. Visit jessespaddle.org for more details. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
Get ready for the spookiest night of the year. Milton Zombie Fest is creeping up on October 19th starting at 4 p.m. in downtown Milton. It's a haunted Mardi Gras like you've never seen before. Bring the whole family for bone-chilling fun with live music, freak shows, food trucks, costume contests, and a laser light show that'll leave you screaming for more. Admission is free, so come join the undead for a night you won't forget. For more info, visit miltontheater.com. Sponsored by CoastTV.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
5:40 on this wet Wednesday morning. Pack your umbrella, pack your patience as well. It doesn't look like it's raining too much in Salisbury right now, but you can see those low-hanging clouds. It's muggy and mild, 70 degrees. We've seen the heavier rain through the morning hours, about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain. Bridgeville, Andrewsville, up to Riverview, seeing a little bit of rain. The rest of Sussex County is dry, and then into parts of Wycomico and Worcester County, you are seeing some showers there in the eastern shore, also seeing some showers. So broken areas of showers, but pockets of heavier rain as we're seeing this tropical moisture coming up the coast. Once again, it's mild out the door. Make sure you have your raincoat and rain gear as it is breezy along the coast. At times, those winds gusting over 25 miles per hour. For the kiddos at the bus stop, use extra caution driving there and being around the buses. When you see that little stop sign pop out, stop. Off to school, 70 with showers and still some showers heading home, and 74. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. Just updated it. It's just another way to get your forecast. Sponsored by Baird Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Thank you. Relatives of the victims of the deadly Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse are now taking legal action. 3 of the families say they want the ship company responsible for that accident to be held accountable. The deadly collapse happened in Baltimore March 26th, and according to the National Transportation Safety Board, the Dolly container ship lost power before hitting that bridge.
We ask for justice because no corporation, no amount of lobbying, no legal loophole should ever be able to erase the value of a human life.
6 construction workers who were working on the bridge at the time died. Families say they plan to file a court notice before the end of the month.
Happening tonight could be a playoff clinching party for the Phillies. The Phillies continue their series in Milwaukee, and a win over the Brewers and a loss by the Braves, who are playing the Reds, means the Phillies are in the playoffs for a 3rd straight year. It'll likely be the first of 2 celebrations in the upcoming days. The magic number for winning the National League East is down to 4, and that would be the Phillies' first division title in 13 years.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
We head to the volleyball courts at Sussex Tech as the Ravens look to get back to 500. But on the other end, Sussex Central hoping for its 3rd win in 4 matches to begin 2024. A true battle of Sussex County between the Ravens and Golden Knights. First set, Central up 1. Julia DeSasso adds on to that a powerful swing to extend the lead to 2. But on the other end, Sussex Tech mounting a comeback, tied at 17 apiece. Leah Bassar rips an ace through the middle. That would help lead the Ravens to a opening set win, 25-20. In the second, Sussex Central responds. This time it's courtesy of Paige Nicholson, dropping one into empty space to add on for the Golden Knights. They'd win the set 25-22 and tie things at 1 apiece. But in the third, back come the Ravens. A great dig from Chelsea Poor, then Ava Ruskavage pushes it over and grabs another point. Tech takes the third, 25-19. In the fourth set, Cameron Davis and the Ravens finish it off with an ace to take the set 25-21 and win the match 3-1. The win improves the Ravens to 2-2 on the season, and they're back in action tomorrow against Salisbury Christian. And make sure to subscribe to DSN Plus so you don't miss action like the game we had last night. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
And coming up today on DSN at 7, your game of the night. Kings will face Washington College in boys soccer. At 9, it's Into the Trenches, the Wildcat Legacy. At 10:30, the final score. On DSN Plus at 4, you can watch Stephen Decatur take on Mardella, that's in girls soccer. At the same time, you can watch Indian River face Delmarva Christian in volleyball. At 5, Saints Peter and Paul against the Gunston School in volleyball. At 7, catch that game of the night that we had just mentioned. From sports to entertainment now, Jennifer Lopez gears up for a new romantic comedy, while Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin, they play brothers in their latest flick. Here's Rick Damigella with the Hollywood Minute.
Jennifer Lopez's latest on-screen love. The actress is set to make her rom-com return alongside Ted Lasso star Brett Goldstein in Office Romance. Goldstein will co-write the upcoming feature for streaming platform Netflix.
Let's do this one and split. I have to take it down.
Peter Dinklage and Josh Brolin team up in the upcoming comedy Brothers. This is your first look at the pair playing criminal siblings alongside Glenn Close and Brendan Fraser. The film arrives in select theaters and on Prime Video in October.
I'd want to watch what you'd say about what's there.
Cillian Murphy faces a moral conundrum in Small Things Like These. The actor plays a coal merchant who witnesses secret abuses by the local covenant that hires him in the new drama. This is a sneak peek at the film, which lands in theaters November 8th. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
We're seeing dry conditions right now in Salisbury, but still have your rain gear handy. More rain is on the way. So the rain continues to fall across Delmarva on and off this morning. Still could be heavy at times. Watch for ponding on the roads and maybe some local flooding. The rain does hang around for a few days. I'll let you know what that means for your weekend plans coming up in 2 minutes.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
On Coast Life, see how a brunch event is making a difference in the fight to end senior hunger. Plus, the latest on Grand Giving Week to help local charities. And cozy up with the season's best fall spices and teas. Today at 4 on Coast TV.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit GetMonkeyMagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
The Berlin Chamber of Commerce presents the Berlin Fiddlers Convention, Friday, September 20th and Saturday, September 21st. Enjoy live bluegrass music and tons of artists, food, and fun. Don't miss the Berlin Fiddlers Convention. More info at berlinchamber.org.
Coming up.
The delightful Jaleel White. They're a little Urkel. I'm feeling,
And viral skincare tips you can use at home.
Wednesday at noon on Coast TV.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
It is 5:48. Let's go now take a live look at Ocean City. We checked in there briefly earlier, Bob. We saw the roads were wet and all that good stuff. But right now looking at the Bay Area, Doesn't look like any rain's coming down right now.
It's just, kind of misty, a little murky out there, Paige. And there is more rain on the way. We've already picked up a few hours of rain. Some of that came down pretty heavy earlier. Here's some of the recent rainfall amounts. Indian River Inlet, 0.4 of an inch, a little over a third for Millsboro and Georgetown. Delmar, 0.31, a quarter of an inch for Lewis, and Bethany Beach, 0.21 of an inch of rain. And there is more on the way. We're seeing the heaviest rain has moved to the north now. Still some lingering showers across northern Sussex County from Bridgeville to Milton and Lewis, but pretty light. The rest of Sussex County is relatively dry right now, but we are seeing more rain building south of Salisbury through Whiteburg. Some of this is heavy near Colburn right now. So there are pockets of heavier rain in the eastern shore, seeing hit and miss showers. If you're not seeing the steady rain, you're probably seeing some drizzle. The bottom line is the roads are wet for the first time in a while, so pack your patience and be extra careful. As we're seeing low pressure developing off the Outer Banks of North Carolina, this is some of that tropical moisture from that tropical system that made landfall near Myrtle Beach a couple of days ago, and that tropical moisture continues to make its way to the north. The heavier rain is offshore right now. Out the door, it's mild and muggy with mainly lower 70s, 69 in Redmond right now. Winds are lighter inland but gustier at the beaches, 15 to 20 miles per hour, but gusting to 26 Indian River Inlet. So that water piling up on the coast, not as excessive as it was, say, yesterday, where we had a lot of that sand and some of the beach erosion going on. Here's Futurecast this morning. Still seeing the pockets of heavier rain moving through, so leave extra time to get to your destination. And temperatures only into the mid-70s, I think, by this afternoon, as we're still seeing the clouds and some rain and still a chance of some heavier downpours. And then through the overnight, mainly cloudy, still some showers. And this model is a little overzealous, I think, with clearing us out tomorrow. We could see some peaks of sun, but I still think we're looking at clouds, maybe a few showers, not as wet as today, and then maybe clearing out a little bit tomorrow night. As far as the impacts from this tropical moisture, still a moderate risk of beach erosion. Wind damage, that is a low impact. It's gusty along the beaches, but not really something that will cause problems. Low chance of flooding, moderate risk of heavy rain as we still look at this area of low pressure offshore, and it could still give us a chance of some rain on Friday, maybe into early Saturday. You see the outer bands of this system kind of affecting us, and then we start to see more sunshine later Sunday, maybe still a little cloudy on into Sunday and Monday. Upwards of maybe another inch of rain between now and Saturday, and we still have some rough conditions on the coast. Waves around 4 to 6 feet, but those seas do start to calm down as we go through time. So the coastal impacts will diminish, but still a coastal flood advisory, Sussex County, until 1 a.m. on Wednesday, as we're looking at these gusty winds, which become more north and northeast, and then they start to turn offshore, and that's good because that means the coastal impacts will start to diminish with time. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast, kind of rainy the next few days. Just lingering showers Thursday and Friday, maybe a shower early Saturday, 75, 72 on Sunday, then dry and a little cooler than average into early next week.
Thank you, Bob. After decades of service, Pete Schwarzkopf and his wife, Carol, are being awarded. The former Speaker of the House of Representatives in Delaware has served in the state legislature for 22 years, and happening today, Schwarzkopf and his wife will be awarded the Sussex Citizen Award, not only for his work in the General Assembly, but his service to the Delaware State Police and the Cape Henlopen School District. Schwarzkopf says he's grateful, but he wouldn't be where he is today without his wife.
It makes you feel like all your work that you do is worth it and everything like that, but I must have very much gratitude that they've included my wife in this, because she's been a big part of this picture behind the scene for 22 years.
And that ceremony will be held tonight at the Starboard in Dewey Beach at 6 p.m., and they'll be receiving the award from the Delmarva Council.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, putting a stop to parental stress. We're going to show you some easy ways parents can lessen your stress.
It's a wet start to our Wednesday. The Salisbury Tidal Health Cam wet roads. Watch for larger puddles. Take it slow this morning. Be extra cautious out there. The rain continues on and off the next few days. I'll break down the impacts and have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
What could you do with your new Amish tradesman pole building?
A garage, workshop, pool house, office, in-law suite, or just a big old toy box.
The Amish Tradesman provides free custom 3D design to reflect your vision, built with Amish quality. For nearly 20 years, our Amish crew continues to operate in Southern Delaware, where we live, work, and worship. Call us today to set up your free design consultation at 302-349-5550 or get inspired online at theamishtradesman.com.
Michael Anderson of Anderson Wealth Management has the strategies you need to help plan your retirement. Catch Wise Money right here on WRDE.
As a comptroller of the state of Maryland, I view part of my job as identifying opportunities for people in every community across our state. And that's why I'm excited about Maryland Saves, a free and easy retirement savings option employers can offer their employees and make saving easier for Marylanders. Find out if your business qualifies for a $300 incentive and learn more about Maryland Saves at marylandsaves.com. Thanks, and see you soon.
Come out to the 6th Annual Tangier Classic Fishing Tournament in Crisfield, September 27th through the 29th. Proceeds from this 3-day fishing event benefit Hunter's Hope and the West family to help with their son's medical expenses. Plus, Jimmy Charles and his band will be performing at the fundraising party on the 28th. The Tangier Classic Fishing Tournament, September 27th through 29th at the Crisfield American Legion. For more info and to register for the tournament, visit tangierclassic.com.
Have you seen those crazy HVAC deals? Don't fall for that. At Above and Beyond Service Heating and Cooling, we just don't make promises, we deliver results. With our Peace of Mind maintenance agreement, you can rest assured we will keep up with your system throughout the year. We're a local company. You're not just a customer, you're our neighbor. Take advantage of our 0% finance for up to 72 months or up to $3,000 in rebates on a new train system. Call Above and Beyond Services to keep your family comfortable. Remember, it's hard to stop a train.
On the next wheel, it's surprise after surprise. But who will take home the big money in the bonus round?
Wednesday at 7 on Coast TV.
With a category like this,
constellations,
is win number 3 written in the stars? Next Jeopardy.
Wednesday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
It's been deemed a significant public health issue. The U.S. Surgeon General says parents are overwhelmed and burned out with the dizzying pace of the world page.
Yeah, I could imagine. And while he's calling for shifts in policy and cultural norms, mental health experts say there are also ways to navigate all those feelings. Mandy Gaither shows us some ideas about how to cope with parental stress.
Being a parent isn't always easy.
No! Finally, this is a topic that's receiving the attention that it deserves and is long overdue.
Psychologist Adam Borland with Cleveland Clinic says parents today are navigating stressors that they didn't grow up with, including things like social media, 24-hour news cycles, internet safety, school safety, the COVID-19 pandemic. It can all feel a little overwhelming.
I think it comes down to a sense of acceptance, the fact that I am feeling this way. It's not a weakness. It's the reality of the situation that I find myself in.
Borland says parents can cope by prioritizing teamwork. That includes asking and receiving help from a spouse, family member, or the community. And focusing on gratitude can help remind you of the good things in life and your wins as a parent.
It's very easy to negatively compare yourself to others without recognizing, I'm doing a really good job here.
Borland says to also find a healthy balance between things at home and other stressors that exist outside of it. Part of that also includes making time for yourself. He says self-care is not selfish.
It's the idea of carving out that time and recognizing that I'm going to be a better parent, I'm going to be a better partner, I'm going to be a better family member by attending to my self-care.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
It's now 5:57. We are going to check in now with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day is this dog with the cutest eyes. Look at that on your screen. That is Stella. You can see she is a sight for sore eyes, and Stella was submitted to us by Christine and Lewis.
Love that photo. She's adorable. We want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos. Tell us what makes your pet so special.
Take a look at your screen, as Paige said, the QR code, top of it right there. Submit your furry friend to Coast TV News by scanning it, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
It is now 5:57. It's time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, we continue on a wet Wednesday, Bob.
Dust off that rain gear. It's been a while, guys, since we've had to use it. So pack your patience out there this morning. Make sure you have the rain gear. Maybe a rumble of thunder with some of those showers. Not expecting big thunderstorms, but on and off rain throughout the day with low to mid 70s. Still a yellow alert. Maybe some ponding on the roads. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Only 74 today. 77 lingering showers Thursday. Some lingering showers Friday as well. And maybe early Saturday some rain. But then I think the rest of the weekend is dry. And then looks like we dry out for a few days next week with slightly cooler temperatures. Maybe another rain chance by Friday.
All right, thanks, Bob. And coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, we've been talking about it. Heavy rain, a factor on Delmarva. How this weather is affecting trouble spots like the Indian River Inlet. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.